The 11th problem of NECO 2025 is on sum to infinity of a geometric progression. Remember, a geometric progression is a sequence of numbers that increases or decreases by a common ratio, which is a multiplicative effect. The question says, calculate the sum to infinity of a geometric progression whose first term is 2 and the common ratio is 0.5. You want to recall the formula for sum to infinity. The formula says sum to infinity is first term over 1 minus the common ratio. And we are told that first term is 2 and the common ratio is 0.5. So 0.5 is known as 1 over 2, 1 minus 1 over 2. This is 2 over 1 minus 1 over 2 is simply 1 over 2. And this is 2 times 2 over 1. And this is simply 4. So the sum of that geometric progression that has common ratio 0.5 with first term 2 is 4. Thank you for watching. The 12th question of NECO 2025 is on set theory. It says, given A as 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Obviously, these are prime numbers. And B as 1 to 10. Find the cardinality of A union B. Remember what union is. Union of two sets is the collection of the element of the two sets without repetition. And so A union B is simply listing out what you see here with what you see here without repeating any of them, because some of them are in both, like 2, 3 are in both. So this will be, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9, there's 10, there's 11, there's 13, there's 17. And so the cardinality of A union B is simply asking us how many elements are in this union. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And so the cardinality of the union of this set is simply 13, and that's B. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Bye. The 13th question of 2025 NECO is on solve, and we're asked to simplify this solve. 5 root 12 minus 4 root 75 plus 3 root 48. And how we go about it is, you ask yourself, what is the largest perfect square in 12, 75, and 48? So if you look at 12, you agree with me that 12 is 4 times 3. And so I can reduce this as 5 root 4 times 3 minus, if you look at 75, the largest perfect square inside is 25. So I can reduce it as 25 times 3. And finally, if you look at 48, I can reduce this as 16 times 3. 16 times 3. I mean, you could use 4, but 4 is not the largest perfect square. So 16 times 3. And I can split this to be 5 root 4 times root 3 minus 4 root 25 times root 3 plus 3 root 16 times root 3 from the laws of solve. And so root 4 is 2. So this is 5. 2 times root 3 minus 4. Root 25 is 5 times root 3. Root 16 is 4 times root 3. 2 times 5 is 10. So we have 10 root 3. Because 10 times root 3 is 10 root 3. Minus 5 times 4 is 20. And 20 times root 3 is 20 root 3 plus 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 times root 3 is 12 root 3. And so we can easily add and subtract. 10 plus 12 root 3 is 22 root 3 minus 20 root 3. And finally, this is simply 2 root 3. And that's D. Thank you for watching. Question 14 of 2025 NECO is on proportion, and it says if P is directly proportional to Q and inversely proportional to R, find the equation connecting P, Q, and R. We saw in the previous question how we have direct proportion, inverse proportion, and joint proportion. This is a typical example of what a joint proportion is. And so let's write P is directly proportional to Q. This is how we write it. And then is now inversely proportional to R. And so if we introduce the constant of proportionality, P will be K Q over R. And now if you make K the subject of formula, it will simply be K will be P R over Q. And that is E. If you're not like this video, please like, comment, and share. Subscribe too. Bye. The 15th question of NECO 2025 is a question on percentage error. It says the length of a classroom window was measured as 400 cm. Find the percentage error if the actual length is 399.5. So you want to recall the formula for percentage error. Percentage error is simply the error or the absolute value of the error over the true or actual value times 100. And so how we measure the error is the true minus the false or the miscalculated value. So this is 399.5 minus 400. That is the essence of the absolute value. Or you could say 400 minus 399. So in that case, the absolute value will not be necessary. The true value is 399.5 times 100. If we subtract this, this is absolute value of minus 0.5 over 399.5 times 100. And so this is simply 0.5 times 100 over 399.5. If you times this in your calculator, you will get 0.125. And that is simply A. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you have not done that yet. Thank you.